this one today, I'll tell you. Oh, hey! Hi, dolls! It's me, Wilma Fingerdoo, with the Fingerdoo review of Canada's Drag Race Season 3, Episode 1. And we started this week off with the queens making their grand entrance into the workroom. The loud, colorful, and shameless Bombay was first through the maple leaf with one of the best entry lines ever. Hello yourself, Bombay. Kimmy Couture was next, looking ready to rumble in an intergalactic onesie, but what won me over was her shoe purse. Don't forget that Kimmy is the drag daughter of last season's winner, Isis Couture. So I'm expecting a lot from this queen, I'm just saying. Chalazon LaRue was next through the maple leaf, playing it understated with a customized hoodie dress that Kimmy was impressed by because, well, why not be comfortable for a long day of filming? I don't know why Kimmy didn't think that. Next into the workroom was the throat goat, her words not mine, Toronto's legendary Jada Shada Hudson. Does she really need an introduction now? Come on. Miss Mosu was next into the workroom, and I'd like to apologize for mispronouncing her name on This Week in Drag. Kudos for Miss Mosu for including a wig change in her entrance look. Giselle Lullaby was next through the maple leaf, and I'm going to make a guess that she's from Quebec. I have to say, so far, Giselle was the most impressive queen into that workroom. Trust the French to bring the fashion, I'm just saying. And then Chaos descended into the workroom dressed like an owl for some reason. Personally, I thought her look was stunning and impressive. So did a few of the other queens. Fierce Alicia strutted into the workroom next, and you could already feel the other queens throwing daggers at this stunner. Fierce Alicia's is a TikTok queen as well, but Chalazon smacked her down with her 450,000 followers. I think we can safely say the competition has started. Victoria Vanderpuss walked through the maple leaf next. This queen is as quirky as all get out, and I like that. What I also liked was how much she reminded me of Crystal Method out of drag. Cute! Exploding into the workroom next like a pop art princess was Lady Boom Boom and her spectacular derriere. Please, am I the only one who noticed? Next into the workroom was Newfie Queen, and I mean that in the most loving and best way possible, Irma Gerd! The fact that she had a tissue sticking out of her nose made me love this queen even more than I already did. Irma may be the first queen from The Rock that the rest of the cast had ever met. That had to be the case for Fierce Alicious, who immediately claimed Season 3 to be international. This look from Chalazon says it all. So pretty. Halal Bay was channeling some serious Lady Gaga at the 2010 MTV Video Awards meat dress vibes in her meat-themed couture. By the way, meat dress was my drag queen name in high school. Immediately, we discovered that Halal is Bombay's drag mother. But even more importantly, we discovered that Halal and Jada had a bit of a grinder past. But before we could spill the tea, there was Brooklyn Heights, new cheeks and all. And she wasn't alone. Brad Gorski and Tracy Melchor were there too with this week's mini challenge. The queens had to present a streetwear chic rooftop patio fashion show. Irma Gerd. Bombay wore a customized puffer jacket of couture-worthy proportions, then whipped it off to reveal a yellow camo two-piece. Speaking of two-piece, Mosu wore a stunning neon color block pantsuit, which was gorgeous. Kimmy Couture was lovely in leather, and her little spin to ditch her jacket was adorbs. Jada Shada was next, and all I have to say to Miss Hudson is, pin that wig down if you're ever around me. Seriously, mama likes. As for Miss Hudson's runway, super cute. Chalazon LaRue's look was fabulous, but I wish her booty shorts were black or deep blue because that gray color made it look like, well, she was missing a skirt to me. Giselle Lullaby's metallic electric green crop top sweatsuit was super adorbs. Chaos was a riot of plaid and what I feel was one of the better looks of the night. Good for Chaos, seriously. For as much as she was feeling herself, I wasn't feeling Fierce Alicious's runway. Don't get me wrong, she was cute with her look, but it was too simple. Let's hope Miss Alicious isn't one of those queens who thinks just showing up is enough. Seriously. Vivian Vanderpuss's runway was cute, giving a comic nod to dog walkers everywhere, and Halal Bay's ode to the Toronto raccoon population was graphic, if not a little confusing. I loved how East Coast Ermagerd's runway was with the sou'western and the rubber boots. It made me miss St. John's, Newfoundland. Seriously, if you've never been, go. Just not in the winter, which can last until June. Tell me I'm lying. I'm sure Brooklyn Heights compared Lady Boom Boom to Paris Hilton so she could make that Paris, Ontario joke, but if Boom Boom looked like anyone, it was Angeline. Just me? How do you not know who that is? Once the stomping was done, the queen with the winning look was Bombay, and so she should. That puffy coat alone was worth the win, I'm so serious. And then Brad Gorski stuck a knife in each and every queen's heart, not just because she told them that this week's Maxi Challenge was a sewing challenge, but that the materials the queens were using were already on their backs. Yes, that's right, the queens had to create new looks from their streetwear chic runways. Gasp! Well, that shut up everyone. A sewing challenge? Day one? Already more than a couple of the queens were worried, seriously. Of course, the queens had to check each other out as they got out of drag so they could decide who the trade of the season was. As far as Jada was concerned, Chaos already had her vote. I might have to fight Jada for it, I'm just saying. Speaking of Jada Shada Hudson, Shada indeed. She and Miss Licious hard judged their competition, and Miss Chalazon LaRue came up short in their minds. The fact that Miss Licious went for Chalazon's alleged TikTok numbers proved that she was just jealous. I mean, the fact that she said she'd never heard of her, in my mind, sealed her karma fate. And yes, karma fate was my drag queen in high school. As the queens got down to work, Miss Licious couldn't make move one on her own. She practically stood in the middle of the room, cooing at anyone to help her. And if they didn't, well, she got a little stroppy. Way to win friends and influence people, Lish, I'm just saying. There was a quick little debate over there being too many queens from Toronto, but Miss Licious pointed out that so many of those Toronto queens are new Canadians and bring a world of drag to Toronto's scene. Am I wrong to be surprised that it was Miss Licious who made that point? Personally, I'm very proud that Toronto is the diverse, queer-friendly city that it is. It's not perfect, but it really gives a solid try, I'll tell you what. And then it was time for the runway. Brooklyn looked stunning in her red feathered fantasy. Brad looked formal in a rhinestone-trimmed jacket, and Tracy looked fab in her silver halter. And joining the judges this week, supermodel and Canadian Monica Schneer. And then it was time for the runway. Category is Sidewalk to Catwalk. Lady Boom Boom was first, and she'd taken her pink sweatsuit and made a purse, hood, and, well, aprony corsety thing out of it. As for the rest of what she was wearing, it was okay. I thought it looked great, but I couldn't tell if she'd made it or brought it. I still gave her a Fingerdoo, seriously. Chaos had taken all her plaid layers and reconstructed it in an ode to origami, although Chaos called it a pokey, pointy pinata. She can call it whatever she likes, because I called it a Fingerdoo. Jada's second wife Happy Widow number was stunning. I loved how she reused her fabric, so I totally gave her a Fingerdoo. I like where Irma Gerd was going with her asymmetrical look, but to be honest, I think it would have looked better turned back to front with the short side in the front. Still gave her a Fingerdoo. I couldn't even remember what Kimmy's original outfit looked like. This was so stunning. So, how could I not give her a Fingerdoo? Seriously. I thought Bombay did a smart redesign with her original outfit. She kept some of the more breathtaking pieces and featured them in a new way. And I liked it. So I gave her a Fingerdoo. I thought Miss Mosu's look was fun in a Juno Birch kind of way, but she's not Juno Birch, and it looked a little frumpy on her, so I had to give her a Fingerdoo. Chalazon's silhouette was classic and gorgeous, but the graphic message spray-painted on the front and back of her dress were the showstoppers. Seriously, Fingerdoo for Chalazon. Victoria Vanderpuss's dog walker theme survived her makeover, and as cute as her classic silhouette was, it was nothing without Vicky's backstory. Fingerdoo for Ms. Vanderpuss, seriously. Halal Bay's redesign was interesting, if not a little too busy. It wasn't my fave of the night, but I had to struggle to give it a Fingerdoo, so I didn't. The only thing that survived Fierce Alicia's original look seemed to be the little red bits at her shoulder and hip. I thought they looked like hemorrhoids, but that may just be my journey. Still, it wasn't a terrible look, so I slipped her a Fingerdoo. Not like that, not like that. Finally, we had Giselle Lullaby in her reimagined runway, and I was impressed. This couldn't have been further from her original look, and I totally gave her a Fingerdoo. Seriously. And then the top and bottom queens for the week were announced to be Lady Boom Boom, Chaos, Jada Shada Hudson, Mosu, Halal Bay, and Miss Fiercelicious. Back in the Untucked Lounge, the safe queens were debating who needed the most help during this challenge, and after a 1, 2, 3, they all said Fiercelicious. But the other queens arrived before more could be said. It was clear to the queens that Miss Licious was going to be in the bottom with either Miss Mosu or Halal Bay, who wasn't taking this well. Bombay didn't think that Halal should have been in the bottom, but when asked who should, Bombay couldn't name a queen. A play for Miss Congeniality? Or was she worried about interweb backlash? Inquiring minds, people, I'm just saying. I have to say, as disliked as Miss Licious was obviously becoming in that workroom, I wasn't a fan of how vicious Shelazon was to her face. I know there's friction between those two queens, but there are more important things going on, seriously. Back on the main stage, Brooklyn announced that this week's winner was Lady Boom Boom, but Chaos was a close second for sure. Of the three bottom queens, it was Miss Fiercelicious who was safe, and she celebrated it with a very convincing fake cry. Needless to say, the other queens were less than joyous. Miss Mosu and Halal Bay had to lip sync it out to Justin Bieber and Nicki Minaj's Beauty and a Beat. No offense to the Biebs, but there are so few songs with male singers that work for a drag queen. This song is not one of them. I have to say, Miss Mosu was easier to watch in that neon outfit. Thank God she hiked that skirt up is all I'm saying. Halal Bay, on the other hand, got lost in the background with her dark outfit and less than polished moves. So, when the music died, I wasn't surprised that Brooklyn told Miss Mosu to Shantae, and sadly, it was Halal Bay who was the pork chop of Canada's Drag Race Season 3, bless her cotton socks. So, what do you think? Were the right queens in the bottom? Did the right queen go home? Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and while you're down there, please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and if you would like to help support this channel by leaving a tip or do, joining the Fingerdoo family on Patreon, or buying some of my merch in my Redbubble shop, those links are down below as well. Until next time, miss me! Mwah! Seriously, boy. I don't know, I thought that was a pretty good start to Season 3. I like the queens, even though there's a bunch from Toronto. It's a very diverse group. That Fiercelicious is going to wear on a lot of people's nerves before this season's out, though. Mark my words. Oh, God bless her. Watch, she'll win it all, and then everyone will really hate her.